What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch video, and today we're looking at the Ithyus Abyssi. This is a 300-meter dive watch that is designed, assembled, quality controlled, pressure tested, and regulated here in the United States. I've featured it on the channel a few times already in wrist shots and also a Lume battle, and it won that Lume battle because it has some incredible Lume on it. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see that Lume shot. It's pretty incredible. Before I get into it though, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel and I very much appreciate it. So getting right into it, this was sent to the channel for review. I do not need to return it. It comes in very simple packaging. So you just get a warranty card here, 12-month warranty, pretty standard for most micro brands these days, and then you get a travel case. The travel case, of course, I always appreciate a travel case. It is a single watch clamshell travel case, so if you're going on a short weekend trip and you want to bring a second watch, this is a very good option. Keeps your watch pretty safe, obviously. And then here is the watch. Now you can see, of course, this is, like I said, a 300-meter dive watch. You get all stainless steel construction, so the bracelet, the case, and the bezel are all in stainless steel, except for that insert. That gray metal insert is actually titanium. We'll get back to that in a little while. The case is 41 millimeters, 47 millimeters lug to lug, 13 millimeters thick, and then 22 millimeter lug width. Normally that would be a little bit of a point of contention for me, but I actually think it works really well on this watch because of the case shape itself. Screwed in case back, screwed in crown, very nice bezel action. Let's listen to that. Really nice bezel action on here. Very, I won't say tight, but it's nicely, it has a good amount of resistance. It's very nicely made and it sounds very nice as well. The case itself is very reminiscent of another watch brand. A few reviewers have brought this up. I am lucky enough to have that Christopher Ward actually on my wrist today, so you could take a look. And I won't be doing a wrist shot because here is the watch that I'm wearing. Very similar case, but they obviously make an effort to make it look somewhat different. But you can see on the profiles, they are very similarly sized and they look very similar. You don't get drilled lugs on the Christopher Ward, and I always say the Christopher Ward is an incredible case. They really do finish their watches impeccably. The lug width is a little bit smaller on the Christopher Ward as well. But like I said, that's actually something I like about the Abyssi. Very similar. You have a bit of a chunkier bezel, I would say, on the Abyssi. Same sapphire crystal on the Abyssi. It is flat with AR coating. But you can see there are a lot of similarities. There's a little bit more polishing on the lugs of the Abyssi itself. But when you consider price, now this, if you get it on sale, you can get this for around $800. The Abyssi is about $525. Same movements inside. You get an SW200 in both. There's a difference in warranty, obviously, for the Christopher Ward. But, it's really up to you which one you like better. The Lume is better on the Ithyus, so there are give and takes. Price is a big give when it comes for a lot of people. And of course, the bracelets, there are pretty big differences in the bracelets. Both of them have push-pin collar systems, which is not that great. It's the buckle that really wins it out for the Christopher Ward. This has micro adjust that's built in. But it's actually, this is for $525 right now. I think they're running a special. It's $525. Really not a bad price at all. Screwed in crown, screwed in case back, as I mentioned. So you do get 300 meters water resistance. And it does have that titanium bezel. Now that is pretty cool because it's titanium. I don't know how it's going to last, if it's going to scratch a lot. Because titanium does tend to scratch, although it might look really good when this gets nice and scratched up and weathered. A lot of watches are putting ceramic bezels and they'll look new forever. And if you like a little bit of patina on your bezel, that might work really nicely. Now, when compared to the Christopher Ward, I think this is an excellent deal in my opinion. I'm gonna throw it on my wrist. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, as you can see. and I think it wears very, very nicely. It's a very comfortable watch. It's a really good looking watch in my opinion. And the Lume on here is killer. Like I said, it beats out the Christopher Ward on Lume. It has the same movement, a very similar case, and the finishing is actually excellent on this. Is it up to the standard of the Christopher Ward? Maybe not, but it's really, it hangs in there. Very crisp lines between the polishing and brushing. A little bit of bead blasting on the bottom. Screwed in case back looks really good. I'll do a close-up of that. There isn't a lot of micro adjust, as I mentioned. There's only 2 positions of micro adjust on the folding clasp. It is milled, so that could be something that you know, some people are upset about with this watch. I would see that, but that's really the only issue that I have on the watch. Just a generally good-looking watch, and it wears really nicely. Wears 13 millimeters, very similar to that Christopher Ward. Wears very close to the wrist, and it's very good looking. Anyway, another watch that this would actually come into competition with is the Zelos Mako 3. Obviously, the Mako version 3, very similar specs. However, this gets a Miyota movement, and there are some downfalls to this watch when definitely compared when compared to this watch. And the prices are actually pretty similar, within $100 or less than $100 of each other if you were going to buy this. But there's one other thing, these aren't even available, so this is. But you're getting an SW200, which is a lot more expensive and a lot better of a movement than the Miyota 9015 in this watch. But I'm going to do a comparison between the Ithyus and the Christopher Ward and the Zelos in a different video. I think it's a really good price, considering that this is actually designed, assembled, quality controlled, pressure tested, and regulated in the United States. That all costs money, so it doesn't seem like that has actually factored into the price, that $525 price. You're getting a lot of specs, a really nice movement, a good looking case, a decent bracelet, which is definitely a livable bracelet. It's very comfortable. But, you know, like I said, a lot of people will go crazy because they like micro adjust. I do like a micro adjust. I like micro adjustment on the fly. That's something definitely they can improve on here. But I will be wearing this and continuing to wear it over the next few weeks, and I will definitely do a full review. But I would like to do a comparison between the 2 watches that I just brought in, that Zelos and that Christopher Ward, because I think that they are really... These are very, very evenly paired watches. There are give and takes, obviously, but I think this kind of fits in the middle, and it goes to battle with both of these watches. So if you're in the market for either of these, you should definitely be checking out this. But very quickly, I will do a Lume shot. I will not include any other watches in the Lume shot. This needs to be staged for itself. It is incredible. The Lume is incredible on this watch. So here it is, probably the brightest Lume I've ever seen on a watch. There is tons of Lume on those indices. They're printed indices, and you have these beautiful sword hands on here. There's a little pip of Lume on the second hand, Lume dial. Just tons and tons of Lume. They fill the indices and the bezel with Lume. It is C3X1, so you get that blue and that green. So that's blue, and there's green on that sort of triangle at 12 o'clock on the bezel, and then of course on the second, the minutes hand. So tons and tons of Lume. Those hands are really nice because they're a diamond cut, high polish sword hands. Just a really nice watch, especially for the money. And the Lume, for those who are Lume junkies like myself, this is pretty incredible. Swiss-made movement, automatic, tons of Lume, a really nice wearable size, 41 millimeters, 300 meters water resistance. This is a really great everyday diver, in my opinion. But tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I always want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on these watches. I know you guys like Lume, so this is not that bad, and of course you guys like an SW200, so pretty decent watch for the money, in my opinion. But tell me what you think in the comments below. I really want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have some links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it helps support the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on, and I will see you guys in the next video.